Yo, it's the kid. 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 Um, we ride. We ride, guys. I'm always early. I'm always early. I'm always early. So I don't know what you guys are on about. What you guys are smoking. Your boy is always early. I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is healthy. I hope everyone is real. We're gonna have a very interesting show. Okay, and I think on this show we're gonna talk Lukaku. We're go- and I don't think it's right for us to call him Tim's. I don't think it's right for us to call him Tim's. So we're going to talk about Romelu, Jeremiah, Lukaku. We will not address Kandreva. Kandreva remains in the academy. A G, however good it is not enough for you to leave the academy. So don't even start thinking on that basis, okay? Don't even dare. Don't even dare. So we're gonna talk Lukaku. We're gonna talk Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we're gonna talk about Zard making his debut. So many different things to talk about and everything. And I want to talk about, and also we're gonna, because this is a very interesting topic that actually came across on Twitter, which is about Pique. I want us to have a very honest conversation about Pique at his peak. Pique at his peak. How good was Pique really? That's the thing. Pique at his very peak, at his best, how good was he truly? And was he truly one of the best defenders in the world at his heights? Or is he just perhaps a product of what was just a quality team? So that is what we want to do, and we'll probably do that later on. But I think let's just start things off right now. Let's just start things off right now. And also, since you're here, guys, get your merch, get your merch, get your merch, get your merch. Get that football hot stuff, man. This is the Have a Football Hot. Get a shirt, buy the shirts, and be part of the Football Hot army. So just head to the website haveafootballhot.com. We have small sizes, we've got medium sizes, we've got large sizes, we've got XL sizes. We don't have any female sizes. I'm not sexist, relax, chill. But we have all of those sizes for all of you guys trying to get it. So get in there, get to the shop, and get your merch. And remember, become a Patreon. Gain access to extra contiente from your boy Double H. Support the hot and gain access to exclusive and extra content. You can become a brick for $1 a month. You become a first team player for $5 a month. You can become a star player for $10 a month. Everything has its different specs, and all this stuff is all in the description box below. So, I think it is now time for us to pretty much start with our first topic of the day, which is, of course, this dude. He left United. And he was wanted by Antonio Conte. The man was wanted by Antonio Conte. Now, Lukaku is a curious case. This isn't the curious case of Benjamin Button. This is the curious case of Romelu Lukaku. I cannot think of any other player who straddles the line between brickdom and tier 2 status. That is what we're looking at in there. I can remember a guy who can be one of the best, most purest bricks in the world, and a guy who can resemble a world-class striker. So the fact that when Conte said, no, I want to buy Lukaku, I was like, wait a minute. You've got Icardi. Now, understand that you may have issues with Icardi because Icardi and his wife are pretty much bringing all this drama, sleeping with people and so forth. But how would you go from an Icardi to a Lukaku? But managers see things in players that we may not see. And the thing about Lukaku is, when he's been bad, he's been crap. And I've come out and I've said that, yeah, this guy has been bad, and his ball control resembles a dude playing with Timberlands. I believe he's still Belgium's top scorer. I believe that he's still Belgium's top scorer. And he is Belgium's first choice striker. That's why Benteke, Origi, who's underrated slightly. But Lukaku is the first team striker for Belgium. And there are times in which we've seen Lukaku for Everton. We've seen Lukaku for some games at Man United where this guy looks like a quality finisher. great movements, superb and precise on the one-on-one. And so as I was shocked that Conte, you're trying to dethrone Juventus. Do you really believe that a Lukaku is going to help you dethrone a Juventus? Bro, goals against Cyprus and they still count. I know it's San Marino and Estonia. Don't diss San Marino and Estonia. They all count. They all count. So that's what I was saying is Lukaku, if he's able to get the best out of a Lukaku, we saw what he did with Giaccherini. We saw what he did with Graziano Pelle. We saw how he took and the Costa to the next level. If he was able to take this dude to the next level, maybe he will stop him being a brick. I mean, the question is this. Does Conte have the ability to make Lukaku a bona fide tier 2 striker? That's the question I ask. Does he have the ability to make him a bona fide tier 2 striker? Can Conte work the magic where we can actually have a conversation where Lukaku should be mentioned amongst the best strikers in the world? Now, I don't know, but the reality of the matter is this. If Inter Milan are to have any chance of winning that Serie A, they need 25 from Lukaku. They need a minimum of 25 from Lukaku. That's what they need. Because to win Juventus, because Cristiano is going to give you about 50. Cristiano gives you 15 in his sleep. So he could give you 25 or 27. Cristiano will give you 15 in his sleep. So what they need from Lukaku is a minimum of 20 to 25 Gs. And even 25 Gs may not even be enough. What's it called? There was a season where Icardi got 29 Gs. I think it was Icardi and Immobile. They both got 29 Gs. And they still failed to win it. So my thing is, Conte is very good at getting the best out of average players. I don't think there's any other manager out there who is the best at doing that. Let me just hit this super chat right now. So super chat here from Harry Truman, who says, who to compete with Tammy next season? Lautaro? So Harry, are you referring to Lautaro Martinez? And with competing with Tammy, obviously that's obviously Tammy Abraham. But what do you mean by competing with him though? So it's Giroud and Batshuayi. So are you saying that who will compete for him for the striker spots? Shout out to our mod who says Nassim says Alexis to Inter is a done deal. Guys, look, man, let me hit this thing again now. The key factor here is Antonio Conte. That is the key factor here. The key factor beyond anything here is Antonio Conte because he is because let's be real right now, because someone mentioned, Uncle Mu. Sorry. Harry Truman says the striker spot. But it's tough. I would say the guy, I think they're all competing with him. It's a three-way fight between Tammy, Batshuayi, and Giroud. But Lampard has to respect Batshuayi, and he has to keep his mind open because Batshuayi can be used in certain games because Batshuayi is still a very good goal scorer. So it's going to be a three-way battle, not just two ways. It's a three-way battle for that striker spot. So my thing is like, are we going to sit here and say Graziano Pelle is the best striker in the world? He looks pretty damn good under Conte. Are we going to say that Giaccherini is relevant? He looks pretty relevant under Conte. Are we going to say Diego Costa was overrated for Atletico Madrid? I remember everybody was raving about, yo, Diego Costa, look at what he's doing and everything. I was like, and whenever he played against Real Madrid, he was trash. Diego Costa's finest hour was under Antonio Conte. That was his finest hour. You know? And if Conte didn't try to tank an entire season, Chelsea would have won 3 Premier Leagues in a row. Easily. Conte would have ran Pep out of town. Conte would have run Pep and Klopp out of town if he actually cared and he was actually supported in the transfer market. But my thing about this is that, as a striker, strikers need managers that believe in them. Because the life of a striker is very much based on form. There is no other position in football that is so reliant on your form. Midfielders can misplace passes here and there, that's all fine. Defenders can miss a tackle here and there. But for a striker, if you go 2-3 games without scoring, everybody's on you. One day, Lukaku is one of the best strikers in the world. He's a quality player. Another day, he's been called Sims. Another day, people are making memes about his horrendous ball control, which can be horrendous. I don't rate Lukaku. That's just me being real. In 2019, as of right now, as the data we're speaking in, I am not going to tell you that Lukaku is a top striker. Hell no. But there's something in him. See, that's the thing. As much as I say, look, I will never name Lukaku as a top striker. As of right now, if I was saying anything to him, I would say he's unranked or maybe pushing into tier three. As much as I say that, I do believe that there is something in him, and as long as there's something in him, the manager that can get that and extrapolate that and take it to the nth degree is your boy Antonio Conte. And if you're bringing in an Alexis Sanchez and Conte can resurrect, I think Sanchez is finished. But if you can resurrect a Sanchez and combine a Sanchez and a Lukaku partnership, guys, you see, for me, I believe that the setup that Conte has, I believe they are more likely to win that title over Juventus than Napoli. I respect Napoli. I respect your boy Ancelotti. But I believe, personally, for me, that Inter could do something. Inter are not sniffing ACL. That's not happening. Will they make it through the groups? Maybe. Because remember, let's be real. I preach about Conte. He flopped in the Champions League numerous times. He flopped in the Champions League numerous times. So he was a Champions League brick. But I think they should make it through the groups. But Inter Milan are not here to do anything in the Champions League. Nobody is looking for them to do anything in the Champions League. I think the primary target is to win the Serie A. That is the primary target for Inter Milan, is to find a way to dethrone Juventus. How likely is that to happen? I have no idea. I'm not betting against you. I'm not betting against a team who have won it 7 or 8 times in a row. Fair here. Someone says terrible footballer, brilliant finisher. I would see. That's harsh. See, because Lukaku is so weird. There are times where he's horrible, but there are times where he's a really good footballer. Because remember, we had this debate on one hangers when people were saying, how would you compare Icardi and Lukaku? And someone said Lukaku is a better footballer than Icardi. Icardi is a more consistent finisher. And I was like, wait, what? Lukaku a better footballer than Icardi? But then when you think about it, there are games in which Lukaku looks money. Thank you, Lukaku against Brazil. There are performances where Lukaku is creating, he's playing through balls. There are times when I've seen him play quality through balls on quality inventive passes to a Martial, to a Rashford, to a Hazard, and so forth. So, but for Inter Milan, I mean, the only guys that is really creative. See, the issue with Inter Milan is that they don't have a creative player. They don't have a creative player. And that is going to be the key for them. If Conte can get someone to create for Lukaku, because I'll tell you this about Lukaku. Give Lukaku a good one-on-one, he's very good. Now, he ain't Torres Liverpool level, because Torres has to be one of the best one-on-one finishers I've ever seen. Has to be one of the best one-on-one finishers that we've ever seen. But puts him in a good position. One-on-one, he can ride. So if Conte brings Sanchez and gets back that Udinese 2014, 2015, 2016 Sanchez, Ches, when he was called Ches, guys, it's been looking all right. Bro, let's be real, Sensi and Barrea, are you calling them world-class creative players? Just something. Are we going to sit down and say Sensi and Barrea are world class creative players? No, we're not. So let's just be fair. So, okay, just to end this right now, Lukaku, how many goals does he get this season? I say 16. That's for me. I say 16. I say he gets 16 goals. So, whoa, three. What the hell? 24, 3 goals, 15 goals, 20 to 25. Guys, you realize that this is the Serie A? So, you think Lukaku in his first season in the Serie A is going to drop 25? Jason, you're smoking crack. He's okay. Look, no, 20 max. I like that. I like that. I like that, bro. Look, I think Alexis is going to be break, but yeah, if 20 max, I believe he settles on 17. 20 max, and then I believe that he will settle on 17. But good luck to Lukaku, though. Good luck to Lukaku. But as we swing from Lukaku, I think it's time for us to talk about this dude right now, because I think um, it's getting a bit worrisome right now. So I'm going to be very fair here. Actually, no. Before we get there, let me deal with this actually right now. Let me deal with this. Brothers, the brothers, kindred spirits, the kindred spirits. Now, Matthias Pogba has been in the news. So Matthias Pogba, as you well know, he is the brother of your boy Paul Bill Pogba. And Matthias Pogba has been talking about his brother Paul Pogba's possible move to Real Madrid. And he says that there is definitely a very good chance that your boy can head to Real Madrid. And I don't know how much. Yeah, I know. Hardcore is look. Hardcore is just on a whole different thing. The so what we're seeing here right now is Matis Pogba has been talking up his brother's move to thing and said that how much he can offer Real Madrid and everything. And for me, look, these are all rumors and people like to talk and everything. But the reason why I bring this up is it just goes to my thinking of Paul Pogba at Real Madrid and how I think Real Madrid messed up. Look, well, trust me, we'll get to Zard. I have a Zard section ready, so just chill. We will get to Zard. We will get to flipping Zard. But my thing is this: Pogba, Real Madrid need Paul Pogba, and they both need each other. And this is no offense to Manchester United right now. This is no offense. Okay, I respect United. I respect them as a big club. But guys, are we really going to sit down here and say that Manchester United are on the same level as Real Madrid footballing wise? Forget about marketing. Forget about marketing and what you are. Are we going to sit down and say that United are on the same level as Real Madrid footballing wise? No, we're not. Real Madrid are a far more elite team who have a far more elite players within them. So even if Real Madrid have been suffering, yes, I know they had a bad season last season. I know that they have suffered since the departure of Cristiano. But are we going to sleep on Ramos, Drich, Cruz? Okay, look, I'd sleep on Benzema. Are we going to sleep on Isco, Marcelo? No, we can't do. And Pogba is a marquee player, a top tier player, who people insult him. People say it's this, the derby master and everything. But at the end of the flipping day, at the end of the day, he is a potential upper tier 2 player. Potential upper tier 2 player. And I think there's still a chance, guys. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you because remember the transfer window for other European clubs closes. Oh my god, I think it closes next Monday. Next Monday. So, what are you guys saying? He stays this window, or he leaves in January? Guy says it's too late next season or January. No, bro. United, if Pogba leaves, because see, this is why I laugh at people who insult Pogba and say he's overrated and so forth. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Pogba was to leave United? These guys are a mid-table team. Any United fan that denies that is a liar. If Pogba leaves United, United will be fighting at mid table because they will literally not have a midfield. That is why if I'm Manchester United, there is no way in hell that I sell Pogba. See, I'm talking as a football purist. As a football purist, I want to see Pogba at Real Madrid because I want to see an amazing classical game. We'll see what Griezmann is doing for Barcelona. I want to see Griezmann, Messi, Cannibal against Pogba and Zard. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. So, and I know that for a fact that Pogba wants that move. He wants that move. Because Pogba knows that these windows where you're a top player, you're highly regarded, are very short. And you're one bad season away from missing out on that big move. If Pogba has a really bad season for United, United don't come top four, they finish 6th and 7th, then that whole World Cup that's happened back in 2018 seems a distant memory. And Real Madrid will now move on to the next target. Actually, I don't know who's bigger between Tottenham and Arsenal. Actually, who is bigger, Tottenham or Arsenal? I don't know. Tottenham are better than Arsenal, though. That's a fact. But then we'll see what will happen in the game this weekend. But in my view, Pogba will stay at United this window. He will. But I think there is a strong possibility that he will push for that move in January. But at the same time, think about it though. Should Real Madrid wait until the summer or should they go ahead? Because if they get him... Wait a minute. If they get him in January, he can play in the Champions League. Because you can play in the Europa League, but you can play in the Champions League. So all because you play in the Europa League doesn't mean that you are now cup tied for the Champions League. I believe I'm right in saying that. So if they get him in January, they can use him in the Champions League. So that's a possibility. Oh, did they change the rule? They changed the rule? Wait. When did they change? Oh, so they changed the rule for this season. So if you're saying if you've played the Europa League, you can't play in the Premier League. So you can't play in the Champions League and vice versa. Oh, actually no. I've got to check that. I've got to check. I've got to check. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes on. But he's going to stay at Real Madrid. He's going to stay at United, and United would be insane to sell him. He would be absolutely insane to sell him. Let's talk about this dude right now. I want to talk about this dude right now. I put out a tweet. Guys, I think he's sacked by Christmas. He deserved the job. Let's just say, he deserved the job. 100%. He definitely deserved the job. But bro, I think this guy's getting sacked by Christmas, man. Because Nassim, yes. Thank you. Nassim, yes. Spread that agenda. Apologize to Uncle Mo. Oh, I thought Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was at the wheel. I thought he was going to come and save United. Wasn't that the agenda? That Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, aka Gollum, aka the Norwegian Gollum. He's from Norway. The Norwegian Gollum would come and save United. Let's just rewind the clocks back. He deserved that job. He got the results. They were playing well. They were fully confident. And I was the one that said he deserved the full-time job. Because when you strike a chord between managers and players, keep that. But I think what you're now seeing with Solskjaer is, I think he's out of his depth. The United situation is deep. And this is what I keep on saying to people. Louis van Gaal isn't a brick of a manager. Uncle Mo isn't a brick of a manager. So if two Champions League winning managers who are highly decorated, who are unable to get Manchester United back to greatness, what makes you think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is a rookie compared to them, is going to somehow do different? Now, this is nothing to take away from Solskjaer. Solskjaer is a quality manager. He does have some skill within him. But I look at that United team, and first of all, the personnel isn't really there. But look at that United team, and I say to myself that team needs it needs work. It needs work. United are going to be in the doldrums for about 5 years. I feel that it's going to be the next three or 4 years before United enter into the Champions League. I'm sorry, like you just have to accept that, and I believe there's a strong possibility this guy could be sacked by Christmas. Like this, I don't think United can get top four, bro. I just don't see it. Rashford and Martial, I don't think is enough security for you to rely on them to get you into that top four this season. They don't. And someone even mentioned that who can coach United? You know what? I keep on bringing this name, and this is the name who I said should have been part of Chelsea. Guys, are we sleeping on the quality of Rafa Benitez? I think we might be sleeping on the quality of Rafa Benitez. I think we're sleeping on the Rafa Benitez is the kind of guy in that situation that United have would be able to bring a stability and perhaps a consistency and a system that can yield results. Let me take the super chat here from your boy Abdi Hassan. Abdi Hassan says, if Uncle Mo comes back and wins the Abdi Hassan, just chill. Don't chill. Abdi Hassan, chill. Because Uncle Mo has taken a lot of heat. And I am praying, guys, praying for Uncle Mo to come and to coach Bayern. Either to coach Bayern or PSG. PSG messed up. Okay, look, let me move on to one side. So going back to Solskjaer, when you're in the situation that United have, where you don't have a great team, the midfield doesn't exist. Rashford is a young player still growing. Martial is a young player still growing. Your top experienced striker you sold to Inter Milan. The defense, I grant you, is all right. Your supposed captain is now making mistakes. So when you have all of these things happening, you need an experienced head. And United needs someone experienced at the wheel to be able to say, all right, this is how I can get Conte. We just mentioned him. And Antonio Conte would be the perfect guy that United need. With someone who is experienced and can just yield results. Solskjaer is a guy who has a philosophy. Manchester United, in the state they're in, do not have the luxury of relying on the philosophy. They have to get someone who can give them results. Simeone. Thank you. Simeone. That's another dude. So, Ten Hag. If Ten Hag goes to United, United will be 15th. And I love Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag is one of the most exciting coaches in there. But he's a philosophy merchant, and a philosophy merchant is the worst thing to do for this United team. Because I don't think you're listening to me. You cannot the way United are currently built, you cannot get a manager who relies on philosophy. United do not have the luxury of playing exciting football and a philosophy. They don't have that. You only get that if your team is quality and the team is amazing. Like Man City, I demand Man City to play exciting football. I demand Dortmund to play exciting football. I demand PSG to play exciting football because they have the players to. They have the players to. So let's see what happens. But for me, I fear for United this season because I just feel that Solskjaer is the wrong man at the wrong time. Maybe if the team was better, it would work. But I just think he is the wrong man at the wrong time to helm things for your boy Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Pochettino, no. Pochettino, no. That is way wrong, man. That is way wrong. Guys, get your meals. Press pause. Get your meals, because this is where the hangouts now goes to that higher level. Because I've been waiting before I could bring this up. So guys, just get your meal right there, because this is when this show gets hot. Are you ready? No, wait. When Neymar officially moves, I will then do a topic. I am not doing any more Neymar topics until he officially decides which team he wants to move to. I'm not doing any rumors, any maybes, anything. Move to the club. Tell me. Then I'll do a video on you. No more Neymar vids until there is an official unveiling of where he wants to go to. I am tired of doing Neymar vids of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG. No. But instead, he might make his debut. This is what the world has been waiting for. The entire planet has been waiting for this. So some say he's the best player in the world. Not me. Not me. I swear to you, not me. Someone said he's the best player in the world. This is the biggest anticipated debut probably since Zidane to Real Madrid. The entire planet is waiting for his debut. I spoke to the TV figures and everything, and they said that approximately 2.5 billion people will be viewing his debut. Should I say that again? An estimated 2.5 billion people are going to tune in to watch Hazard play. So you people say that he's irrelevant. Why would 2.5 billion people be tuning in to watch this dude if it's irrelevant? That's the thing. So my neck is on the line, because I've preached, I've talked about my babe. This is my dude. Because they want him to lead Real Madrid to a La Liga title. That's just what they want. And they want him to lead Real Madrid to a CL. They want to lead to a CL. Guys, I cannot wait for this debut. Like, this is going to be one of my most anticipated for your boy Zard. Okay? Nobody call him Hazard. The name Hazard is banned. The only name I want to see is Zard. The only name I want to see is Zard. Because Real Madrid have been doing all right. A win, a draw, Benzema scoring. But the thing about it is Hazard is the key. And Zard is the key. And Zard knows that this is huge. because I cannot wait to see full on Zard, because the preseason is preseason. During preseason, you're allowed to eat. I don't know what non-football watching people out there have no understanding of what preseason is. Preseason, you're allowed to eat. You're allowed to be big. You're allowed to be fat and everything. It doesn't matter because it's preseason. Preseason is where you just chill out. Okay? When the season starts is when you're now required to be of a high standard. And that is what Zard is going to do. So, guys, as I said again, let's be fair. Like, now, let's just get some ground rules. Zard cannot be judged upon his goals. Is that agreed? Thank you. Zard cannot be judged upon his goals. What he must be judged upon is how he influences the team. Goals, assists, creativity. So that's the key thing. So I'm happy that we have that agreed that so that he can't be judged upon his goals. So thank you for everyone in the live chat agreeing upon that he can't be judged upon his goals. Thank you guys. Thank you that we're all on the same ground. But what he must be judged upon is his influence. His influence upon the team is going to be key. I believe in Zard's ability and what he has done, because what I saw at the World Cup and Chelsea last season was outstanding. But there's going to be a greater microscope on him because there are people waiting for him to fail. There are plenty of people waiting for him to fail. But when you're that good, Zard ain't going to fail. And when he proves people wrong, guys, I need you to all apologize. Keep your Lionel Messi. Messi, Cristiano, these guys, they're old news. Hazard is the future. Zard is the future of football. Zard is coming to retire both Messi and Cristiano. That's what he's here to do. That's not me saying this. This isn't me. I am only here to give you facts. Zard is the future of the beautiful game. He's the future of the beautiful game. Okay, so so 28 is now old. According to who? Man, get the hell out of here. 28 is young, man. Since when is 28 old? From Natsa says Brazilian Ronaldo was fat. If I speak, well, Natsa, 2002 was he fat? No, he wasn't. 98 was he fat? No, he wasn't. After he won all of his trophies, the World Cup, which your goats haven't won, then after you win the World Cup, you can do whatever the hell you want because that's the most important trophy. So after you win the World Cup, mate, do whatever the hell you want to do. So let me go. What is that? He's apparently going to be making his debut this weekend. But the key thing about that is that Zard, don't rush. Don't rush, Zard. Okay, because the world is watching. The entire planet is watching. Okay, the numbers. This is going to break records. Guys, I've spoken to a lot of people in higher. Guys, I'm not going crazy. They say that his debut is going to break viewing records. More than Game of Thrones, more than Star Wars trailers, more than the flipping Endgame. This is going to be one of the most watched events of all time, which is insane, absolutely insane. So my thing about this is that I don't want Zard to get nervous. Because for Zard, guys, just imagine this. Imagine if 2.5 billion people are tuning in to watch you play. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. 2.5 billion people to watch you play a game. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So for Zard, I just say don't get nervous. But guys, look, if he flops, I'm here. I won't hide. I won't hide. If he flops and it's crap, I will be the first person to show up and you guys can come at me. But guys, I can't be wrong because you know how amazing this guy is. So that's the thing. You know how amazing he is. So how can I be wrong when we all know that he's a tier 1 player? How can a tier 1 player fail? He can't fail. So it doesn't make any sense. A tier 1 player can't fail. So look, and remember guys, the goal scorer for Real Madrid is Benzema, not Hazard. Not Hazard. Let me repeat that again. Hazard isn't the goal scorer. You statistical merchants Use your brains. There are playmakers, there are creators, there are goal scorers. They are playmaking goal scorers. Hazard is a playmaker and a creator. He's not a goal scorer. He's not a playmaking goal scorer. Okay. So let me just hit this another super chat. So from Ricky Rick says, Messi creates and scores, and you're ranking Zard above him. So why shouldn't we count Zard's G's? I will count all of them. Ricky Rick, the thing is this, Messi is old news. Zard is the future. Okay, I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Zard is the future. Messi is in the past. And the key thing is that we have to always look forward. Messi, thank you for everything you've done. You've been a legend of the game, but we need younger people to come through. Zard is younger, he's fresher, and he's trying to lead football into the future. That's the key thing. Guys, you keep saying he's 20. 28 is young. 28 isn't 28 younger than 30 something? Yes, it is. Anybody who's 28 can still be called a young person. So, my thing about this is that I respect Messi and all is done. Messi even knows. Guys, I spoke to Messi earlier this morning. And Messi says that, yeah, I know, Zard is here to take my place. That's what Messi said. I spoke to him this morning. I'll post the video of the conversation I had with Messi. I spoke to him in the morning. And Messi said that, yeah, like, he knows that Zard is that dude. And that's not me. He said, Messi says, I know that Zard is that dude that I am fearful of what he will do. I said, no, Messi, you don't have to be fearful. But Messi told me with his own words that Zard coming in, I fear what this guy can do. So I was like, oh, all right, then. I said, okay. And he said it, not me. So, guys, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this Zard season. And do you know what's so key? Champions League, baby. Champions League! Because you people have held this Champions League thing against Hazard. Fair enough. Now there are no excuses because he now has a team. He now has a team fully constructed to go for. Because the Chelsea team that he was with were not constructed to do anything in the Champions League. They're just not. But with this Real Madrid team under Zidane, they are constructed for him to really lead them through. And guys, let me end with this. Let me end with this. Let me put the thing. If Hazard leads Real Madrid to a Champions League win, I fear for all of you haters. Because I was right last season. Upon everything. And you guys didn't give him my credit. Upon everything he delivered last season. And none of you guys gave me my flipping credit. If he dares lead Real Madrid to a CL victory, woo-wee, don't mention De Bruyne in the same breath as Zard. Don't do it. De Bruyne doesn't know. Has De Bruyne ever played a World Cup final? Has De Bruyne ever played a Europa League final? Has De Bruyne ever played a Champions League final? De Bruyne has no experience of a major final. So don't mention De Bruyne in the same. De Bruyne is upper tier 2. We're talking tier 1 players. Have some respect. Okay, we're talking tier 1. So let's leave upper tier 2 for one thing, and let's leave tier 1 for one thing. Okay? It's as simple as that. Europa League is a major final. So, yeah, Zard, we can't wait. We can't wait for your boy Zard. So, actually, no, before we go to talk about your boy El Piquerini, before we talk about your boy El Piquerini, I want to touch upon this very briefly. Guys, let's say that we are in agreement. Can we all agree that Kante is Mahelan is fine? So chill. Don't. I have no beef with Mahelan. I'm very confident in Mahelan. Thank you very much. Can we all agree that Hazard is that Kante is the best all-round player in the world? That's what I want to say. Like, where do we rate Kante? as an honest comment, where do we rate Kante as a player? Because for me, I believe that he is the best all-round player in the world. As far as defending, passing, attacking, he's the best all-round player in the world. There is no other player, because guys, I'm going to be bringing in my all-time team. I've actually, because this is what I've been doing, I've been doing my all-time team and everything, and I will be sharing that very, very soon. But for me, see, Kante is tier 1. There is no other player, please, and I'm looking at the thing, there's no other player anybody can name me who has the same all-round talent that Kante has. Please tell me, which other player has the same all-round talents of defensive work, midfield work, attacking work? So quality in the final third, quality in the midfield. Oh, we have a Liverpool merchant here, Wijnaldum. So Wijnaldum is as good defensively as Kante. Are you sick in the head? Are you actually sick in the head? Pogba isn't as good defensively as Kante. He isn't. Nah. And Pogba isn't as reliant keeping the ball as Kante is. And I don't think Pogba is as consistent with his effectiveness on the ball as Kante is. Pogba has bigger moments, not as consistent on the ball as your boy Kante. Thiago Alcantara is not as good defensively as Kante. He's not. Thiago Alcantara is quality passing, quality going forward. He ain't as good defensively. Verratti is a nice shout. Verratti, what? What the hell? Verratti is a nice shout, but Verratti gives away a lot of fouls. And Verratti's defensive work can be so suspect. It's pretty good. Verratti is a nice shout, but I will still say that Kante is slightly better defensively than Verratti. Like, Verratti going forward is money. Verratti's dribbling. Verratti is the best natural central midfielder in the world. But still, Fernandinho isn't as good in the final third as Kante now. Fernandinho quality defensively. He's not as good in the final third as thing is. Torreira, nah. Scott McTominay. Busquets operates in a 2x2 meter house. Okay, so Busquets doesn't sniff the final third. Busquets operate, and he does it very well. But Busquets just operates in a very, very particular place within the pitch. So Busquets isn't seeing your boy Kante. Isn't seeing your boy Kante. So no. For me, no. Kante is like there is no one else. There is no one else that has the same all-round game as he does. And Chelsea have to be very like Lampard. This is your boy. This is the most important player that Chelsea have. I love what Mount is doing. I love what he's doing. Pulisic can still say what's up. I like what Kozumo's doing. This is Chelsea's most important player. This is Chelsea's most important player. And he's a guy that has to start every single game. And my worry is that I don't think that Lampard truly values him. That's my worry. Is that I don't think that he truly values him. And I think that if Chelsea are to do anything special this season, Kante is going to be very important. Because when you have a player that can pretty much do everything, like that is vital. Like if I'm a manager, one of the players that I desperately need in my team is someone who I know that can help out in the defense. Someone who I know that can keep the ball in the midfield. Someone who I know that can play a key pass on the counter-attack. Those are all key assets I want from my all-round player. So that's what I'm saying. So as I mean, you guys brought up a lot of few names here and everything, but none of those names really were money enough for me to say that they're on Kante's level. So I just want to give Kante some love, because I think that people need to really appreciate just how truly incredible and amazing this dude truly is. Now we come to a topic that I definitely wanted to talk about, man. And this is one that I was thinking about because I put out a little tweet and I wanted us to get the conversation going. Gerard Pique. Gerard Pique. So Gerard Pique right now, I don't think anybody is gonna talk about this dude as a top to the defender. He's past his peak. But for me, I'm a fair guy. I'm a fair man. Pique wasn't here to last season. Get the hell out of here, bro. You're smoking. I always like to look at guys at their peak. I like to look at guys at their peak. Gerard Pique at his peak was a very good defender. A very good defender. But this is where I want us to really begin this conversation. This is the core of the convo. Were Pique's talents based upon his individual quality as a defender, or based more upon the system he played in? But that Barcelona team arguably had some of probably one of the most dominant systems football has ever seen. And these guys could keep the ball for 20 to 30 minutes at a time. So when a team can keep the ball for so long, how much defending do you have to do? And that was my whole thing about rating the defenders for Barcelona. They never had to do that much defending. So if you didn't have to do that much defending, how can I rate you as a defender? Now, a counterpoint to that, and what people will say is, their defending was on their interceptions. Because remember, this Barcelona team really pressed a lot. And they were pressing. And much of their pressing game was based upon their reading of the game. And their reading of the game and the interception was very vital in winning the ball early. So, Pique's strength was based upon that reading of the game. And his reading of the game was impeccable. But at the same time, I look at a Ramos and the system that he played in my view, and I don't know whether you guys will think this, Ramos' job is far harder than Pique's job. Because Ramos had to truly defend as an individual in much more difficult circumstances. Whereas for Pique, when a team has just, guys, use your logic here. We are all football lovers here. If a team keeps possession of the ball 60, 70, 80% of the time, therefore you don't have to do that much to defending. For Real Madrid, these guys are recycling the ball because these guys are a counter-attacking team who are just very, very direct and just play the ball forward. They're not there to keep the ball. They always want to attack, especially with Cristiano. So that ball is coming straight back at you all the time. So when people saying that Pique was amongst the best defenders in the world, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Now, was he top 7? Oh, yes. Top 5? Top 7? Yeah. Top 3? No. Because the team you played for created a situation where you didn't have to do that much defending. Because if I'm the opposition, just use your head for a minute. So if I'm the opposition and the team I'm playing has 70% of the possession, and all we're doing is running, trying to win the ball back, running, trying to win the ball back, and then we have this brief moment where we now have the the ball. We don't even have enough time to even get into the rhythm of our game. So even when we're now launching attacks, it's going to be hard for us to really get into a rhythm for when we can actually create for other guys, therefore making it a lot easier for a Puyol, a Pique, and a Mascherano to snuff us out and to intercept. So the thing is that Pique benefited from the system he was in. And that's just the fact. He benefited from the system that he was in. And that's just me being real. You know? That's just me being real. So, like, where would you guys... So, Pique, where would you rank him? Where would you rank Pique? Like, at his peak, top 3, top 1, top 5? Where would you rank him? Easy. What? Not even top 2? Nah. Come on. Nah. That's harsh. Top 10. Pique over Van Dijk. That's a tricky one. That's a trick. You know what? I'm not sure. Because see, Van Dijk is almost similar in the case of where, yeah, Van Dijk does a lot of defending and so forth, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't. That's a tricky one. Now, see, come on, you see, you can't. Come on, guys, you can't say that. Man. No, Van Dijk is better than Pique now, 100%. To say Van Dijk is way better than Pique at his peak, come on. Like, Pique at his peak was a quality defender based upon his reading of the game. And Van Dijk's greatest strength is his reading of the game. Van Dijk's greatest strength isn't his tackling. His greatest strength isn't his 1v1s. His greatest strength is his reading of the game. And able just to snuff out attacks, which is what Pique was strong at. You know? That's what Pique was strong at. But when we talk about the top defenders, these guys aren't seeing Baresi, Nesta, Maldini, Cannavaro, Desai Thuram. These are the titans of defending. And none of these guys, Van Dijk, Ramos, or Pique, are touching any of those legends. None of them. None of them are sniffing any of those legends at all. So, now, because the era that we're living, there is no defender in this era that will go down as a legend. No. None. Like, the best defenders are from back in the day. Late 90s, early 2000s. So even, see now, that's partnership of Rio and John Terry was dynamite. You know? But there is no defender, like, Pique is not going to go down as one of the top defenders of all time. Hell no. Ramos, no. You see, Ramos, no. Pique, no. Van Dijk, no. Godin, no. No. Phil Jones might go down as one of the top 10 bricks of his era. Top 10 bricks of his era, for sure. Top 10 bricks of his era. Phil Jones, you know. Yeah, for sure. Top 10 bricks of his era, for sure. But so remember, we have different eras. In the late 90s and the 2000s, that's when we saw some of the best defenders because football was different. In this era that we're living in right now, we now have some of the best attackers that we've ever seen. The more goals are being scored, and the games are far more offensive. You know, inside forwards, false nines, the strikers, and everything. But the defenders, as of right now, are not touching the defenders from back. Because the defenders from back in the day loved to defend. They love to defend. You know. So that's it. So I think, see for me, like best defender of all time, that's a tough one. Like the best defender I've seen at their peak. Best defender I've seen at their peak. I mean, I mean, oh, oh, see. Best defender I've ever seen is Lam, 100%. Just taking everything into account, best defender I've ever seen in that peak is Lam. Best central defender is between that's a.f.c. is between Rio and John Terry. Between Rio and John Terry. Hence why the most impenetrable defensive partnership of all time was Rio and John Terry. Like, you couldn't get past those guys. John Terry and Rio, like, that is an impenetrable wall. That is the Great British Wall. Like, you couldn't get past those guys. So, guys, okay, look, man, last 5, 6, 10 minutes, man, I will take your questions. So, ask your boy anything. Ask your boy anything. Remember, if you want, if for me to be able to read it fully, use the super chat. With the super chat, I'll be able to fully see what you guys are saying. So let me look at some of your questions right now, man. So people are talking about Neymar. Has this dude moved? Has he moved? Like, I don't really know. Like has Neymar actually moved? Because people say Neymar. If he hasn't moved, I mean, then what's there to talk about? I believe he's staying at PSG. My thing was he's either staying at PSG or he's going to Real Madrid. So they said he's close to Barcelona. Well, as I said, look, if Barcelona gets Neymar, they're favorites. They're favorites. Like, if they get Neymar, they're favorites. Like there's like it's a wrap. You know, it's a full on wrap, man. It's a full on wrap. A full on 100% wrap, man. Like Neymar, Griezmann, Messi, Cannibal, it's a wrap. Nicolas Cage or Harrison Ford? Nicolas Cage. Way more interesting. Way more interesting. Nicolas Cage was way more. He's a lot more fun. Napoli look alright. Napoli look alright, man. I'm very interested to see Lozano. And Lozano says that he has, that he pretty much wants to be the first. What we call it? He pretty much wants to be the first Mexican superstar, pretty much. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how he does. Napoli are not going to do anything in the Champions League. I don't feel they have that true superstar player to do it. But that attack is very tasty. Lozano, Milik, Insigne, Callejon, that's crazy. And I love Ancelotti as a manager. So I think Napoli and Dortmund are going to be the two most entertaining teams to watch. And guys, if you have a chance, watch Julian Brandt. The most underrated football player in the world. Julian Brandt is quality, absolute quality. All right, let's see this for 50 cents. HH, the CEO of Barca, personally went to Paris for this deal. He's higher than Bartomeu. He didn't go there for no reason. Khalifi was also there. Well, 50, as I said, Griezmann played great in that game. He played great. Barcelona for this season is operational redemption. Because what happened to them at Anfield was painful. You've seen what it did to hardcore. Griezmann is quality and he proved anything. Barcelona can't win the treble with Griezmann by himself. If Barcelona gets Neymar, the game changes. Barcelona gets Neymar, La Liga is a wrap. La Liga is a wrap. The only way that they can be stopped is if Real Madrid go out and they get a Pogba. Then we can talk. But La Liga is a wrap. And if Neymar goes to Barcelona, they are clear favourites for the title. Because think of it this way. Think of it this way. Barcelona got to the semi-finals armed only with Messi. So they go to the semi-finals with only one man in attack in Messi. So if you now bring in Neymar and Griezmann, Barcelona are the clear favorites to win it. I respect Liverpool and everything, but let's keep it real. If Griezmann and Neymar were on that pitch, they beat Liverpool and they win the treble. Griezmann and Neymar for Barcelona last season, they win the treble. 100%. No doubt. No arguments can be said about that. So, what are we done now? From Ricky Rick, is Zard a flop if Real go trophyless? It depends on how Zard plays. So if Hazard is quality and does everything, plays amazingly well, is quality and super, and Real Madrid go trophyless, how is that a flop? So if Hazard plays well and he creates for Benzema and Benzema keeps missing, you're not going to blame that on Hazard? Get the hell out of there. That's complete and utter crap. Okay, and for people to judge Hazard on that, you're then just being a hater. You're just then being a flipping hater. Robbie over McGoldbridge. McGoldbridge is good, but I've got to support blacks, so they go. But how good can Cho be? It's a big season for Callum Hudson-Odoi, man. World class. I don't know, but I think that he can be tier 2. Upper tier 2, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see what he can do. He is very skilled. He's very skilled, very direct, and I think that in Lampard's system is perfect for him to grow. Like under Sarri, you can remember Lampard loves playing young guys. And Lampard loves playing young guys who are English. So Hudson-Odoi, who is young, who is English, and is very attacking and very direct, my God, he is perfect to flourish under Lampard. So if Hudson-Odoi can flourish under Lampard, I don't know where he can flourish. So I want to just see how well he does under him, because I think once Hudson-Odoi is fit, 1,000%, Lampard is picking him ahead of Pedro and Willian. I don't think Lampard is a fan of Willian or Pedro. I think Lampard wants his front players to be very attacking, very forward-thinking. So I think he appreciates the experience of a Willian and a Pedro, but I think his mind and his focus is on a Hudson-Odoi, a Pulisic, a Mason Mount. So 4-2-3-1, the 3 being Mason Mount in the middle, Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi either side, and Tammy Abraham as the main striker. Jared Leto as more Mobius. Nah, I'm not a big Jared Leto fan. He should stick to music. He's an alright actor. I mean, he was good in Requiem for a Dream. He was good in Dallas Buyers Club. But a Mobius movie, why? For what reason? Also, I appreciate what he was trying to do with the Joker. But guys, Wednesday, Joaquin Phoenix, flipping Phoenix. New Joker trailer on Wednesday. Oh my lord. 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 Mount or Madison? Mason Mount or Madison? Woof. Mount looks pretty good. I've got to give the love to Madison because Madison has been doing it for longer in the Premier League. So I've got to give the edge to Madison because he has shown me over a season in the Premier League that he can be a quality player. And Madison is Leicester City's best player. I think Madison and Ndidi are the 2 best players for Leicester City. But I think if I had to pick it, I think Madison is Leicester City's best player. But in every game I've seen of Mason Mount, he's looked really good. And I'm shocked that a guy so young, 1920, coming from the championship, and in every game I've seen of him, this guy is confident. He's dribbling guys. He's making key passes. He's forward thinking. So Mount has really impressed me, and England have some very good young guys coming through. Some very very good guys coming through. So it's really great. 50 Cent. There's no video on the screen. Yeah, because what's happening is my stuff is lagging. because my the setup I did for OBS is messed up because basically the settings I have is for 60 FPS and the webcam I have is 25 FPS. So I think it's probably better for me just to use the audio because if I not use the video, it's going to be lagging and it's just going to be a pretty crap experience for you guys. So basically, what I should have done is set it up as 25 FPS. So that goes. No. When my settings are fine, it doesn't lag. It doesn't lag. Just that it's at 60 FPS. So that's what I was doing, man. Um, Hey, who is this? Yo, my new boy Daniel. What's up with the dog face in this picture, HH? This is called the swag face. Look at that. Look, wait, can you see the swag on this guy? I mean, my lord. I mean, look at the shades. Look at the jacket. Look at the ball. Like this image. If you view this image, would you guys say this football analyst is quality? This is quality. Bro, I can't believe, I refuse to believe that it is the same Joaquin playing for Real Betis. Like Joaquin played in the 2002 World Cup. He has to be turning 55 next week. He has to, man. Yeah, man, that had R rating for Joker, man. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Trump via, I was thinking about that. I'm thinking of doing a Trump versus Obama battle. I'm thinking of doing that. Speaking of which, I need to put up more football battles on my thing. But guys, while you're here, my entertainment channel, Half Hope Sorts, guys, this is where I talk movies, I talk anime, I talk video games, I talk general stuff, I talk all these different kinds of stuff for you guys to view. So in the description box below, just click the link, and because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, so in the description box below, remember guys, like the video, but in the description box below, just click on the link that takes you to the Half Hope Sort and subscribe, because I want you to do I want to get to 1,000 subs, and yeah, so all things, because I love football, but I'll keep it real with you. My love for football is exactly the same as my love for film. I am obsessed with film. And I've got an encyclopedia head of film, like film, when films came out and everything. So that's all that stuff, man. But yeah, Champions League draw is on Thursday. Because I mean, guys were talking about Champions League draw on Thursday. So we're going to go live on that. We're gonna go live on that, and I'm excited because the Champions League, like my very first football memory. I'll keep it real with you. Okay, let me think. My very first football memory were two things. It was Nigeria qualifying for the World Cup when we beat Ivory Coast on penalties to qualify for the World Cup. So, and Rashidi Yekini scoring our first ever goal in the World Cup. And it was also Ajax winning the Champions League. But I remember distinctly watching Ajax winning the Champions League when I was living in Nigeria, and that was so distinctive. And I was like, there's just something magical about the Champions League. Like when you just hear the music, one of the greatest theme songs of all time. One of the greatest theme songs of all time is that Champions League theme tune. Like there's just something of Champions League nights that just it's magical. It's magical. So yeah, it's huge. It's huge. So and I want to see I want to see Barcelona and Liverpool in the same group. I want to see Barcelona and Liverpool in the same group. I want to see. I'd love to see Man City and Dortmund. I think that would be really cool. Man City and Dortmund, or Man City and Dortmund, or Man City Juventus. Atletico against, especially this new Atletico versus Dortmund would be cool. Two different styles, but Atletico Dortmund would be cool. But I just want Oh my gosh, Chelsea Dortmund would be insane. Chelsea Dortmund would be insane. But I just think for the if in there's always a storyline. I believe that we're going to get at least one of these. Well, we're going to get at least one of these. Liverpool, Barcelona, based on what happened at Anfield. Real Madrid, Juventus, the whole Cristiano angle. Barcelona, PSG. Barcelona, PSG. But I'm so excited to see what Dortmund do. I'm so excited to see what Dortmund do. Like, I was so disappointed in how they got pimped by Tottenham. Like that didn't make any sense. And I was one of those ones that said, "Bro, Tottenham, don't sleep on Dortmund." And then was it? I think they lost 4-0 on aggregate. It didn't make any sense. So, but yeah, man, no. I think the Champions League is going to pop off because Atletico look sexy. Dortmund looks sexy. Who knows what Conte is going to do with Inter Milan? Guys, I think Liverpool are going to be one of the Liverpool at Anfield are going to be tough to beat. So as long as Klopp keeps things in check away from home, the only team that can test Liverpool's jaw at Anfield are Man City, Juventus, and whichever team that Neymar goes for. Like Neymar with Barcelona or Neymar with PSG, they can test Liverpool at Anfield. But apart from that, I think Liverpool are going to beat up a lot of teams at Anfield, man. Anfield. I'd like to go with Liverpool over 2 legs. You know what? I'll be real with you. Simeone would have a plan at Anfield. But my thing about it is that I'm not sure that Simeone's plan would be good enough to defeat the Liverpool's Gegenpress. That Gegenpress is tough to beat. And I think that they so overwhelm you. And that ball keeps coming at you so relentlessly that the only way to play Liverpool at Anfield is you need to either keep the ball very well or have extremely skilled attacking players. Which is why I say that Barcelona could have gotten a goal in that game at Anfield if Coutinho and the Cannibal weren't a bunch of bricks. For example, if they were not a bunch of bricks, they could have actually been able to do something. So that's my thing. But for Juventus Liverpool would be a very interesting game. So over 2 legs, Atletico Liverpool, I would still give the edge to Liverpool because I still feel that Atletico would have issues with that front three at their crib. I'm not sure that Atletico would be able to withstand Liverpool's intensity at Anfield. Liverpool Juventus would be really interesting because I'm thinking about that Juve, the defense, and how they would cope, but also how would they cope when Juventus counterattack with Costa and your boy Cristiano, because Cristiano would be like, see, Cristiano versus Van Dijk now, that would be very interesting. That would be very interesting because how will Van Dijk cope with Cristiano's speed and his movements? Because there is nobody that has better off the ball movement than Cristiano. So, bro, that's harsh. Talk about the Europa League draw for United and us. Like, hey, come on, man. You don't need to be below the belt, man. Come on, you don't need to be below the belt, man. That's just harsh. All right, let's see what I was saying. Sterling top scorer? No, give me a break. Top scorer in the CL. Top scorer in the CL. Jesus? Cristiano? Maybe. You know what? I think Cristiano might be. He might be. Like, I mean, no. Sancho, no. Sancho. See, but I don't think Sancho is going to be top scorer. But I think if Sancho stays fit and keeps on doing, I think Sancho is going to be very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting, man. See, for Chelsea, I'm making a few calls. I'm trying to get Chelsea to avoid a tough group. Because if Chelsea have a tough group, I think it will be lights out. So I mean, Chelsea have to avoid PSG. They have to avoid PSG, Barcelona. If they avoid PSG, Barcelona, and Juventus, yeah, all right. Those three mainly. It's going to be big for João Felix, man. João Felix as well. João Felix for Atletico. I mean, if ever there is a stage to shine upon, it's this stage, you know. And João Felix is the clear superstar for Atletico. And yeah, man. But I don't think João Felix is going to be enough to really lead them through, man. Who's sleeping on Messi? I'm not sleeping on Messi. Like, Messi is very capable of being top scorer and let's be clear here. Messi and Griezmann, I think that's a very dangerous partnership. If you drop Neymar in there, guys, I think Barca, I think Barca have it, man. I think Barca have it. Oh, Chelsea are in pot one. Interesting. No, bro, no, bro. If Barcelona have Neymar, you have to avoid them. I'm sorry. Anything that has Neymar and Messi and Griezmann, that's really dangerous, man. That is really fully dangerous. All right, so let's see what you're gonna say, man. No. If Neymar gets injured again this season, I'm gonna induct him into the Brick Academy indefinitely, 100%. I swear. If he gets injured again, specifically during the knockout stages of the Champions League, I am inducting him 100%, 100% man. You know. But you don't know, I'm looking forward to seeing what João Felix does. I said again, I am all for the future. João Felix, Jadon Sancho, Vinicius Junior, Hudson Odoi, I'm all for the future of football because we need the new era to come through, man. They need the new era to come through, man. All right, guys, man. Let's do we have? So last few minutes here, man. You know, ask me something interesting, man. Ask me something interesting, something to really test my knowledge, man. Something to truly test your boys' knowledge, man. Last few minutes. So, okay. I'll end with this question. Which one would you choose? Never to watch films or never to watch football? That's impossible. 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 Like I can't choose. I can't, like, to never watch films again, to never watch football again. No, that's impossible. That's impossible. You know, I don't think you understand. My love for football and my love for films is exactly the same. It is exactly the same. That's an impossible. That's an impossible choice. It's an impossible choice. You know. But what I would say though is this: you still have the memory of those films in your head. You still have the memory of those films on your head. But the thing about football is to never watch a World Cup final again, to never watch another Champions League final again. Because trust me, most of the films that I see don't compare to all of the legend films that I've seen. So, but it's my memory of Batman, Blade Runner, Apocalypto, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Cable Guy, The Matrix. My memories of those strong enough to really hold on to. I mean, so what if Nigeria win the World Cup in the next few years? I'm never gonna see them watch them win the World Cup live. Nah. That is absolutely insane. Okay, guys, that is it from your boy. Remember, so we'll go live again tomorrow. So tomorrow again, 10 p.m. live. And tomorrow it's gonna be Champions League draw preview. So it's gonna be a Champions League themed show to tomorrow. And Thursday we will be doing a live stream of the draw, live stream of the themed draw live. Bring a meal, bring a drink, bring a wife. It's been swell. It's been good. Peace out. Stay true, and I'm out.